everyone, and welcome to a Success with Craig coaching module. If you're stumbling across one of my videos for the very first time, my name's Craig White, and my mission really is quite simple. It's really to offer short coaching modules on a weekly basis to enable people to raise their game and raise their beliefs in the expectations and the possibilities that lie within you, around you, and before you. So I like to really cover small subjects for a short period of time, really just to, I guess, raise your game, raise your beliefs, and raise your expectations. Because one of the things I've learned over my 16 years as an entrepreneur is how we change is how we succeed. And we're always growing, we're always learning, and we are built as individuals, as human beings, we are built to expand, we are built to grow, we are built to expand our potential and really, I guess, become everything we truly desire. So again, one of the things that really sits well and at the core of everything I do is to give more, to achieve more, first we must become more. So today I want to talk to you about leadership and how we can learn some very simple basic skills in order to enable us to influence others through common sense leadership. Now, leadership for me really does come from a position of integrity. It comes from a position of values, and it comes from a position of wanting to empower other people. I'm a believer in people, and I'm a believer that each and every one of us has the ability to learn, become, and achieve all we desire. So today I want to share with you some leadership skills so that you can learn to unleash the potential that you have within you, but also so you can learn to have a positive influence on other people. So there's some kind of I guess basic fundamentals, and some of the things I've learned along the way is a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So for me, leadership is blazing a trail. It's about maybe learning the hows. It's almost kind of doing the thing and having the power, going from a position of maybe goal setting, planning, and then striving to achieve. Because, as I said, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So what we do as leaders, we discover how we can go from A to B. And then we go forward and we take the steps in doing so. It's that philosophy of, I really do love connecting with people that walk their talk. Anyone can talk a good talk, so to speak, but leadership is when you're in the moment, you're doing. And I think when you're doing something, you come from a place of authenticity in the form of, from a leadership point of view. If you've blazed the trail, if you're mentoring other people, if you're looking to influence other people through experience, you come from a position of emotional connection. Because when you're influencing others, when you're showing other people how to be calm, how to be confident, how to be courageous, how to be consistent, how to overcome the challenges that we all have in life. We find really my philosophies and mindsets are, challenges and obstacles even are really there to shape our character, to raise our game, and to really bring out that ability we have as human beings to be solution orientated. Though more often than not, what we find is when we're in the moment, when the challenge hits us, when the storm comes, it's easy to say, it's not the wind that blows, it's how we choose to set our sail that depends on the direction that we go. And it's very easy to say this from the outside in. But when you're in the moment, when the challenges come, when that motivational dip hits, when you may be unsure of the way forward, or you get lost in the fog, or potentially you lose motivation and you have an element of confusion. And let's be honest, confused people tend to avoid being able to do anything. And this is where you need a leader. And this is where, as a leader, me sharing these thoughts and processes with you is from a leadership perspective, you have an emotional connection of how people are feeling because you've walked the path. And now you're giving yourself the opportunity to guide people through the challenges and the obstacles that we have in life. So for me, it's very easy as a leader, as a coach, and as a mentor to look in and offer the solution-orientated strategies to enable people to be more calm and confident in their abilities, and to be consistent in their activities, knowing that having the courage, we can literally strive forwards and really just, I guess, achieve greatness. So For me, a leader of one is a leader of many. If you're unable to lead one, you'll never lead any. So leadership really starts with leading yourself. And this could be in many areas. And for me, we really should be on a journey of constant and never-ending improvement, consistently personally developing, consistently feeding our mind. Because it's 100% true, and we'll discuss this on previous shows and continuous shows, and a lot of the products that I put into the market, whether they're the podcast shows, whether they're Success with Craig coaching modules, whether it's my book Driven by Passion, whether it's new programs or webinar trainings, it really is to shape your mind, to believe in your possibilities, and to unleash the potential and the power that lies within each and every one of us, because we have the ability to learn and grow. Yet sometimes we need somebody to hold our hand. So leadership comes through experience. For me, it comes through caring. It comes from a place of integrity and honesty, to really want to help people raise their games. And I think you find that by working with people and discovering more about people's personalities through learning about what makes them tick. And one of the philosophies I tend to live by is, for me, it's my responsibility as a leader to get the best out of other people, to be the wind beneath people's wings. And in order to do that, I need to be able to affiliate with people. I need to be able to connect with people to where they are. And, we're all on a different personal development journey. Some people have been personally developing much longer than myself. Some people are just starting their journey. Wherever we are, we're all human beings, and we all bring something special into this environment. However, what you also need to remember, that to get the best out of one another, sometimes from a leadership point of view, it's our responsibility to become the chameleon, to be the one to look to mirror other people in the form of getting to know them and getting to know, what makes them tick and what terminology works for them, and whether, putting an arm around them and almost stroking their ego in a positive way and believing in them to raise their games, or whether it's being a little bit more tougher and a little bit more direct. You see, different strokes for different folks. So it's our responsibility to learn through experience. And for me, we can go on many training courses, and you can listen to my coaching modules, and you can pick things up. But true learning is in the doing. True learning is when we start to do things, and we learn through experience. We learn through coming across our own challenges, our own leadership challenges, our own ways in which, I guess, we're looking to lead others, coaching and mentoring others. And sometimes for you to grow, you need to have that brick wall, or you need to have that challenge, so that you can grow your mindset through finding the solution, or sometimes coming back to your leader, your mentor, and working out the solution together. So look, there's four rules, in my opinion, that as a leader we should always put first. Never trade trust. You see, trust for me is at the core of everything. And I'm a very trusting character. I literally live my life with my heart on my sleeve, and I'm open to living, and I really am a people person, and I believe in people, and I will give people my heart and my soul in order to help them and to commit to them, but never trade trust. And I think sometimes, people trade trust for money, or people, trade trust for I guess many things. I'm trying to think, because I've never done it myself, but never trade your trust. Trust is at the core of absolutely everything. And I think when you have a trust in your leader, when you have a trust in your mentor, it can, there's never any cars in this area, and that's 2 gone past today. When you have a trust in those around you, it can literally be like, giving you 25% more energy and belief, because you have that comfort in your environment, and you have that freedom to be honest, to be open. So never trade trust, and always come from a point of integrity. And I do honestly believe in following your heart, and the reason for that is because sometimes the mind can cloud the true judgment, and more often than not, our heart and our gut tend to be a good place to start. So always come from a place of service. Give value first. And for me, again, from a leadership perspective, and everything that I look to do is coming from a place of service. How can I serve you? How can I serve the environment to make a difference? Because we live in a service-based world, and it really is serving to others. And again, I was sharing this on a webinar recently. We do more for other people than we will do for ourselves, because we commit to others, and it's very easy to let ourselves down. But we tend to have the right people tend to avoid letting other people down. So come from a place of service, come from a place of wanting to serve others, wanting to contribute, giving that value without need of compensation. And then from a leadership point of view, again, recommendation and advice needs to come from a point of what you've used, what you've done, what you've experienced, and that's where leadership really comes from. So only ever recommend, only ever guide through experience, because that comes from a place of sincerity. It comes from a place of true feelings, because when you've walked the path, you can really connect with people on how they're feeling, because you've been there too. Okay. And last thing to really talk about from a common sense leadership perspective is when you make a mistake, when you mess up, when you screw up, admit it and move on. Because look, no one's perfect in this world. We all sometimes can make mistakes. We can all sometimes, learn really from those mistakes. Well, we really should learn from every mistake, but we sometimes not always make the right decisions, and that's perfectly fine, because that's what shapes our character, and that's how sometimes we learn best through through having a mentor, through having a coach, through having a leader, because they can keep us from many of the rocks that we can fall upon, and many of the wrong steps and the mistakes that each and every one of us can make. However, we're still going to make some. So look, leadership for me is at the core of your opportunity to influence this world. Whether you're leading a young family, whether your leadership skills are being shared in a relationship, with your partner, where you're leading each other into, realms of adventure and realms of personal growth, and realms of just, constantly bouncing off each other to lead your lives into change, because we're either changing on purpose or we're changing by accident. Let's be honest, how we change is how we succeed. So mindset and how you really look at this world is really, really important. So look, I really do hope that you've enjoyed this Success with Craig coaching series. The idea of these is really to shift your focus, grow your expectations, and build your belief in the possibilities that lie within you, around you, and before you. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to connecting with you on a future show. Have a great day.